What's going on, you guys? Today's a very special day because we are taking a look at Chris's C7 Z06. So this is a dream car that a lot of you guys, when I've been reading the comments, a lot of you are like, I want to own a C8 or a C7 Z06 one day. So we're going to be talking to somebody who actually owns this car, get his take on, is this a good car to own? And also, how does this man afford it? Because this is a car I would dream of owning myself as well. So let's start with the first question here. Why did you get a C7 Z06 out of every other car in the $80,000 price range?
So with me, I guess it's a bit of nostalgia. My dad drove a Corvette when I was young, and ever since then, I've always wanted one. So that was my main, I guess it was a bucket list item that finally came true.
So have you considered like a Mustang GT350 or maybe even a Camaro ZL1 over the Z06 or no?
No, like, so nothing against those cars. It's just with this one, I think the looks kind of got me, and then the childhood experiences. So there's no, at least for me, a tie-in with my history with those cars, even though they are amazing. I love the way they look, but there's just something about the Corvette that got me hooked.
So how long have you had this car for?
So I got this one, I think it was 2016.
So a while.
Yeah.
So what would you rate overall ownership experience, 1 to 10? Would you recommend other people get this car?
Yes, I would. There's a few issues, which I'm sure we'll go into, but overall, yes, I would absolutely buy this thing again.
So this car is obviously like insane. Lamborghini, this beats Lamborghini Huracans and roll races. I'm sure you know that. But have you driven or ridden in any other car that has like made you want something else other than this car, or do you still want to like keep this for the foreseeable future?
I think I want to keep it for as long as I possibly can. I have driven other vehicles that were faster, like a McLaren, but it was one of those where you pay money and you go around like a track 3 times.
Extreme experience?
Yeah. And it was amazing, but this is close enough that it kind of, I guess, scratches that itch. And for the price, obviously I'm not going to get a McLaren anytime soon. So yeah, this will do for now.
Permission to do a poll when we get to this straight?
Go for it.
All right.
There's a cop.
Oh no!
That's a joke.
I got a huge. For those that don't know, I was in a scat pack and I'm still dealing with a speeding ticket. So the word cop that increased my heart rate to like 300.
My bad.
Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket in this thing or no?
No. But I have been pulled over, but it's for stupid stuff. Like, I didn't have a turn signal when a lane split, and yeah, the cop came down pretty hard on me for that one.
Jealous.
Bad, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, no speeding tickets. I have sped, but no speeding tickets.
To me, the front looks like, I think honestly every angle of this looks like a missile for some reason.
Yeah.
And this can go 198 miles an hour top speed.
Something like that. And I think if you remove those, you can squeeze a few more out. But
permission to go 198?
I guess.
Never. I cannot. All right, so let's talk how you're able to actually own this car. So first of all, do you have a job or do you own your own business?
A job.
And
so
what do you do?
IT.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, so went for my bachelor's and my master's.
Do you have to go to college to do what you do or no?
Yeah, a bachelor's for sure. Master's probably, I doubt it. There's people, I mean, in all honesty, there's people that way smarter than me in my field that don't even have a college degree. So it's based on, at least if you can knock the interview out and prove that you have
real quick, before we continue, guys, if you want your car reviewed on this channel and you want to tell your story and inspire other people, use the email down in the description, and I may drive out to you to just get your take on how you afford the car and give a little review. Okay, so college, IT, if somebody wants to, how much do you think this car is valued at, like today? Like 80,000, 75?
Yeah, probably around there. I'd say maybe, I'm not sure, like after the shortage, I know car prices were pretty messed up. I don't know, I haven't checked this one since. I know it went up in value, but it's probably stabilized by now. I'd say probably around 75.
Okay. How much do you think somebody should make in order, if they want to buy this car? Like, what's your rule?
Mine, because the monthly payments, if you're not careful, they'll get you. So just make sure that you're not throwing your entire paycheck at a vehicle or a home or anything, because if you can avoid that, that would be the best thing to do. Not to say you can't have fun and you can't, you know, do things like this, but just don't put yourself out. As you, all right, full disclosure, I kind of did that leading into this car. I was lucky that the salary kind of kept pace, but I bought and sold too many new cars, and that was the dumb thing. I should have waited, been patient, and then just went with this one. So yeah, I just make sure that you're okay with the payments. And
what would you say, like, do you remember what the payments were on this one? $1,000. How much should somebody make in order to, like, let's assume after they pay their mortgage and let's say they have like 2 kids, like how much do you think they should have after expenses to be able to say, okay, I can throw $1,000 at a car and it's pretty reasonable?
So if you have your mortgage kind of in good shape and you need to have at least a surplus, I'd say, if you were going to go with this one. It's a tough one, but I'd say after everything is paid, if you have maybe $600 to $800 extra every month that you could put towards savings, you're probably going to be okay, because that'll at least offset any of the surprises, like when your rims break on this, the OEM rims, or your clutch goes, things like that.
I'll pop up a picture of the new wheels that he got on this car. They look absolutely amazing, but yeah, so randomly one day they just crack and that costs you $4,000?
So they cracked, one bent, another bent, but the back right, that one was troublesome, so it kept cracking. I would get it repaired, and then a new crack would happen, get it repaired. It wasn't the same one opening, it was just, these are so bad. The OEM ones are no bueno. They're not, like, you're gonna have to get them replaced at some point. And when you do, you have to, more than likely, if you want to never have to deal with it again, go with forged rims, not what this cast stuff is. So heads up on that. And $4,000 up to, I think it was 10 or 11,000, depending on the type of rims and build quality. So it can vary.
So by the way, what do you think about the C8 Corvette, and would you ever get one?
So I love the look. The look is amazing. It does not yet feel like a Corvette. I'm sure as time goes on and these types are forgotten, and the mid-engine is kind of like the de facto standard for Corvettes on the road, it might change my mind, but I want to get one, mostly because of how GM kind of handled this one. Like, and I don't mean to keep bringing up the rims, but that one was frustrating. Like, I heard that they had similar issues with the C8s, so clearly there's QA issues that are happening. I don't even want to deal with that, like to have to go through that again. I'd pass for now. Maybe the next generation I'll take a look again, but I don't think C8.
So this might be a pretty obvious one, but why did you go with a manual C7 Z06 instead of automatic?
Yeah, so manuals, I actually learned to drive on a manual. So, and my dad's Corvette was a manual too. So I feel like you're more engaged with the car. So even though an automatic would smoke this one, I feel like the drive isn't the same. There's just something about long road trips with the manual. Flip side of that is
the average Mustang owner.
Yeah, you get that a lot in this. The flip side of that though is traffic sucks. Any type of manual traffic is just rough, and traffic has been getting worse around here. So, but I'll take that, you know, because the long trips with this thing, it's way more enjoyable. I have driven automatics. I had a Bonneville automatic. That thing was a tank, but yeah, I prefer manuals.
Should we give the viewers another poll?
Let's do it.
I mean, I don't know how you own this, because if I did, I would not have my license. That is, like, guys, this thing hits 66 miles an hour in first gear. We've done a review on this car. I'll link it in the description, but I mean, the second gear is almost 100 miles an hour. I've never seen a car that has gear ratios that is absolutely this insane. What's the fastest you've ever gone in this?
I want to say I've always abided by the speed limit. 135.
Okay, in a school zone. Yeah, I try to do that as well. Safer spot to do it. So, okay, what would you, if there's like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old kid listening right now who's, let's say, making $15 an hour, they're dealing with this insane inflation, all these prices, but they really, really want to own, let's say, a Corvette or something one day. What would you tell them? Like, what career, how should they start right now to get themselves into maybe a nice car, maybe a house, whatever their dream is, but just attain something like this? Because, I mean, I'll take your advice as well.
So the biggest thing, if you can hone in on a skill set that's profitable. So some of my friends that are like right there with me as far as salary, they went kind of like the like a few of them are one's a plumber, one is a mechanic. So there's jobs out there where you don't have to do like a technical degree, like any type of IT stuff, because IT, I feel like now it's getting harder and harder to get ahead. But if you can get a skill set that you're good at and you can make money off of, go that route, and just maybe, I guess, keep pushing with that, because off a minimum wage job, I don't think that this would be a wise decision, but down the road, possibly.
So
it's tough.
Do you think like $130,000 a year would be a safe range, assuming not a crazy mortgage to purchase them? Okay, okay,
absolutely.
Okay,
yeah, even less. Yeah, but again, just savings. You have to mitigate the cost of this with smart savings.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you so much for letting us check this thing out. Again, if you guys want to share your story, link in or email in the description, and make sure you like and subscribe. 9 out of 10 car. I will say for under $100,000, this is in my top 5, and we've reviewed a lot of cars, so absolutely amazing choice. And yeah, thank you again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.